A man is sprinting across an open plain, and he is losing his mind. Not from fear, from heat. He's been running for 6 hours. Somewhere ahead, an antelope is finally starting to wobble. One of them eats tonight. One of them dies out here. And the reason he's still running, when every other animal would have quit, has nothing to do with being brave. For your ancestors, this wasn't an emergency. This was Tuesday. You have never once been hungry the way they were hungry. Right now, 15,000 calories are sitting one tap away from you. You could feed yourself for a week without standing up. They could run 20 miles and come home with nothing. So what did ancient humans actually do when they got hungry? The answer is the most extreme thing your body was ever built to do. Let's start with what we actually know for certain. In 2004, 2 scientists published a paper in the journal Nature. Dennis Bramble and Daniel Lieberman. Their claim sounds insane. Humans, they argued, were literally built to outlast their prey, to keep chasing until it simply couldn't keep going. Not sprint. Endure. We are built to outlast almost anything alive, and the proof is written all over your own skeleton right now. Now, maybe you're thinking, a fossil can't prove someone ran. Fair. So look at what a body needs to run for hours. A huge tendon in your leg acts like a spring on every step. A ligament in your neck holds your head steady as you pound forward. And here's the one that actually wins the hunt. You sweat. Almost nothing else on Earth cools itself like you do. A deer can't sweat. It has to stop and pant to cool down. So you don't have to be faster than it ever. You just have to never let it rest. This has a name. It's called persistence hunting. And it isn't a theory somebody dreamed up at a desk. People still did it. On camera. Within your lifetime. In the Kalahari Desert, a tracker named Kuroha Lengwani. In 2001, a film crew watched him chase a kudu for 8 hours. 8 hours. In desert heat. On foot. Until the animal simply stopped. Think about the last time you walked 8 hours anywhere. Now, do it in the heat. Starving. With your family depending on it. That is what hunger could ask of a person. Everything. But here's where the story flips on you. Because you're picturing them starving all the time. They mostly won't. Be honest. You pictured skinny, desperate cavemen, one bad day from death. The real data tells an almost embarrassing story. In 1963, an anthropologist named Richard Lee lived with the Kung people. He measured how long they spent finding food each week. The number he got was 12 to 19 hours. A week. You probably spend more time than that just at work. Being bored. In 1966, a scholar named Marshall Salins gave them a wild title. He called hunter-gatherers the original affluent society. Affluent. The people with nothing were, in his words, the rich ones. Now be careful here, because this part is genuinely debated. Other researchers counted the cooking and carrying and the hours climb. So it wasn't paradise. But it wasn't the endless, hopeless hunger you probably pictured either. The truth was, feast, then nothing. Then feast again. Wildly uneven. And that pattern is still running inside your body right this second. Stay with me, because in about a minute, this becomes about you. Let's actually reconstruct one hungry day. You. 30,000 years ago, you wake with an empty stomach. There is no fridge. There is no plan. First job of the day, decide what out there won't kill you, because plenty of it will. One wrong berry, and you're gone. This is knowledge no one wrote down. It lived in people's heads. Which plant heals? Which one poisons? Which root hides underground in a drought? Lose that person, and you lose a library. No backups. Then the tracks appear. Something big passed here at dawn. And now the day turns into the run we opened with. Hour 1, you feel strong. Hour 3, your body starts eating itself. That burning in your legs is the last of your stored fuel. And you keep going anyway. Not because you're brave, because you have to. Then, finally, the animal stumbles. And the plane goes silent. You didn't win because you were the strongest thing out there. You won because you were the one that refused to stop. Now, carry it home, miles back. And here's the twist you didn't expect. It isn't yours. You hand almost all of it away because next week, your legs fail and you'll need their kill. Hunger didn't make them selfish. Hunger is why they shared everything. So then, something changed. And it's the reason you never feel this. Around 10,000 years ago, humans started planting seeds. For the first time, food would just be there. Predictable, stored. No more 8-hour chase. No more gambling your body against dinner. It sounds like the happy ending. It wasn't. Quite. The bones of those first farmers are shorter, and their teeth are wrecked. We traded the hunt for a full stomach, and kept the full stomach. Fast forward, that full stomach became a screen and a tap. And this is where it quietly turns into a problem. In 2012, a researcher named Herman Poncer measured the Hadza people. Their men walk about 14 kilometers a day. Every day. That's more than most of us walk in a whole week. So surely they burn way more calories than you, right? They don't. Their bodies burn about the same as a couch-bound Westerner's. Your body caps the burn. Move more, and it just saves elsewhere. Which means the reason we got heavy isn't that we move less. It's that the food finally stopped fighting back. Think about what that body was built for. One more time. It was engineered to chase food for hours and barely catch it. You took that exact body and pointed it at a delivery app. The hunger that once nearly killed them is a notification now. And if you're still here with me, you already feel the strange part. They ran for hours and, weirdly, weren't miserable about it. We have everything at a tap and can't stop feeling restless. Their hunger had a purpose you could run toward. Yours just arrives. So here's the bookend. Picture that man on the plane again, 6 hours in, losing his mind to the heat, chasing dinner. He is starving. He might come home with nothing. And still, that hunger meant something yours has never had to mean. You have never had to earn a single meal you've eaten. So maybe the question was never, what did they eat? Maybe it's this. When your hunger costs nothing, what is it even for? Tell me down below, what's the hungriest you have ever actually been? Because they earned every bite. And we forgot the meal was ever a fight.